Hey guys, so I'm gonna try to make this quick. I know I'm vlogging really late, it's almost 1 a.m. So I'm gonna try to make this quick and short and concise and to the point because I'm also running out of battery and I have to go to bed early because I have class tomorrow and I kind of want to get there to relax and read a little bit before, class starts. So I actually ended up waking up early today. I woke up like 9:30. And part of the reason I woke up was I was having this really weird dream where my boyfriend and me and another friend were like waiting in line for lunch after class. There was this guy who I was talking to before that in my class who like was obsessed with his job at Target. It was really weird. And then I finally like walked over to our quad area, but it looked like my high school. It didn't look like our college, but we were in college. There was like this Oktoberfest kind of thing going on, or I'm not sure, like some sort of like autumn fall celebration thing, and there was like breaking pumpkins, and then I was looking for my boyfriend, walking towards our meeting spot, and he was walking towards me. He's like, "Oh yeah, I found you." He's like, "I got an extra lunch ticket, blah blah blah." And we walked over, and this girl we know, who I went to high school with, was there and stuff, and apparently like they were trying to like tell me that they were dating, but then like I wasn't sure if we were really together because we were just kind of just like chilling. We weren't really like I wasn't acting like his girlfriend in the dream. I was acting like his best friend that maybe had like feelings for him, which is really weird because that's kind of what my high school life was. I liked a friend more than a friend, but I wanted to keep the friendship, so I just kind of went with it. Anyway, and I don't know, it was like she was letting us have like our last intimate moment, so I guess we were kind of dating without really dating. I don't know, it was really weird. And then he kind of like turned his attention to her while I was waiting for them to give me my food and stuff, and he was just kind of like telepathically, because he didn't like text it to me or anything, I just kind of like heard his voice in my head like saying, "But I loved you for 3 years," like as if I'd taken this time for granted. But it was just like the weirdest thing. I woke up, the first thing I did, I called my boyfriend. I was like, "Babe, I just had the weirdest dream." He's like, "That's really weird." He's like, "Okay." He was just kind of like, "This is what you're calling me for?" I'm like, yeah. Anyways, how's your morning? But then after that, I was trying to figure out the whole editing thing. So I'm still having trouble with Sony Vegas making my videos look really weird. It either makes them look normal, but they have the letterboxing on the side, which I hate. It annoys me. Like, I understand like there's gonna be snippets because sometimes I'll like flip the camera or whatever, especially like in my earlier videos. But in this case, it was just like super annoying because it doesn't, like, if I edit it in Windows Movie Maker, it shows up normal. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, I'm still trying to figure it out. So I think for now I'm just gonna continue using Windows Live Movie Maker until I kind of figure out how to take the letterboxing off without making it look crappy or stretched out or weird or just fuzzy or something. It does something to the videos. It just makes them look extremely odd or big or weird. So I'm gonna try to figure that out. Because as I was saying, it records fine on my camera, but I guess the iPhone has like a different setting to it where it's like it's 10. So as I was saying before, I keep getting cut off by my phone because I have to upload everything I have on there up onto the computer. Sorry, I'm blanking out now. So yeah, like I was saying, on my camera everything looks fine. I don't seem to have the black bar problem because I'm guessing it's in true like 1080. But the iPhone, at least, because I know like part of it is because I record, the front facing camera is, I finally figured out, I guess, is not true HD. So now I've been trying to record this way, but for now, just to get the process of editing the videos along because I've pretty much edited them. I'm just going to I can't seem to find the word. I'm just gonna use Windows Live Movie Maker until I can figure out the whole Sony Vegas thing and hopefully fix it for good, and figure it out and get a book on it and really work with it. But again, I don't want to like spend all this time with the older videos that I know it's my fault, I've taken forever to upload, you know, when there's so many other things that I also need to get done throughout the day, like video wise, YouTube wise, my beauty channel wise, and also just school stuff I need to get done, and things at home, and other things I need to attend to. So I know I make myself sound a lot more busier than I am just because I always feel like I'm a lot more busier than I am, but truly I just think about what I have to do and then sit in bed and watch TV and forget about doing it until there's a commercial and I have to think about what I should probably be doing, and then feel busier than I really am. So yeah, anyways, so that was part of it, and then the other thing I was doing was actually I was cleaning my tub really well. I get a little OCD about it. Like I want to make sure all the soap scum is off and stuff. I'm not like the cleanest person, like I'm not trying to claim to be, but then every once in a while I will catch myself getting a little OCD over certain things, but it's not all the time. Or else my house would be spotless and always organized, which it is not. You guys know that I constantly say how much I need to clean my room. So yeah. So just so I don't keep getting frustrated, I think I'm just going to move on for now for the Sony Vegas stuff, and then once I come across a true HD video or anything like that, or I come across a good video that tells me how, like, I'll probably just use the old videos to kind of work which way it looks best. But yeah, just for now, I hope, you know, nothing gets too stretched, because the thing is, I've noticed that like Windows Live Movie Maker, when it saves my videos, it actually saves them like in a more of a square, like the icon looks more like a tall square, whereas no matter what I render the video for on through Sony Vegas, trying to make it HD because it's supposed to be, you know, high quality HD kind of stuff, I try to make, you know, play around with the different settings. Like I've made it, you know, rendering in like 720 kind of thing, and it's still because of that formatting where it's like not a 4 to 3 ratio. It's like it formats it into a 16:9 ratio aspect ratio, even though the video was apparently like filmed in 4:9, but it's the same video. It's like basically I try to mimic the settings that are used in Windows Live Movie Maker, and I can't seem to get parts of it right, or else it would come out right. But like the icons are stretched, like more rectangular, like widescreen. So I'm trying to also figure out what the fuck's up with that. I just want it to still look HD like because it's supposed to be HD. So I'm just trying to figure out what the best is. Like I don't want it to be where like it finally is the right, you know, it looks right, but then when I upload it, then the Windows Live Movie Makers look slightly better quality than that, even though, you know, YouTube might render it a different way. So I'll see how that goes. But yeah, anyways, that was kind of what I did today in the morning. Cleaned my bathroom and then took a shower and stuff. And then I made my little interview questions, which apparently I was freaking out over kind of nothing. I finally texted like my friend from class, and she was like, well, actually you don't actually have to conduct an interview. She goes, I mean, you can if you want to. She goes, but you just have to kind of see like who, you know, answer the questions like who do you interview, why would you interview them, like why are they interesting to interview. So I kind of did do a little interview with both my bosses, which was really funny because like my boss's husband was actually outside talking on the phone because he had gone to this meeting thing at MC school. I stayed a little later and stuff. And like she goes, well, I don't know how long he's gonna take, so I know I'm losing my job, but I can still tell you a lot of it. I'm like, yeah, sure. I'm like, that's actually, like, that's totally fine. Like, it's not like, I'm not sure if this is gonna get published or anything, but I ended up going with her story because it was just kind of easier to put into words, but his was actually pretty interesting as well. So for her, it was basically, like, what does your company do? What's, like, your position? What does that mean? Like, what does being managing editor for Snackle mean? Like, what do you have to do, and what are probably the most important aspects of the job, and do you believe that that ties in with a lot of how social media and is going towards like entertainment in this new digital age kind of thing? She was like explaining to me, this is nice, and then finally he got off the phone. He's like, oh yeah, so I heard you needed to ask us some questions. I was like, oh yeah, and like she was like, yeah, don't worry. He's like, yeah, but mine is so much more interesting. She's like, no, you just have a higher position, but she goes, but mine is so much more interesting in like relation to what she's studying and stuff like that. So they're kind of fighting over it. I just took hers just because I did have that much more time and like I kind of understood it more. But like obviously like for the next time I'll probably just use his stuff just because that way like if he does ask me to make a real true interview or anything like that, his also works because he works in advertising and sales, so it has a little to do with how companies are growing, what what approaches companies are taking, because he works for a company called Eventful, which basically deals with a lot of like bands and demanding bands to come to your neck of the woods kind of thing, and so that's pretty cool. He was like telling me about Demand It, which is what they used for paranormal activity, so they kind of were the people behind it kind of, after Paramount kind of, I guess, bought into his company, or bought an action in it, whatever, however you call it, either they bought it or something like that. But like they basically do these things, and it's a way of seeing really, also it's also helpful for artists and that kind of stuff, because if people demand it, then they also know how to like schedule their tour dates, like which cities will really they will really benefit, and fans will really benefit from them coming, so it's pretty cool. My bosses are pretty interesting people. It's really awesome. And like, my boss was even saying like, if you need to talk to someone else, like I know I have friends who work in this and who are like much more expertise on these kind of things than I am. So it's pretty cool. So yeah, but I was formulating the questions. I was like, okay, simple questions, and then just kind of like doing things online and and eating and stuff, basically. Kind of being lazy at first though, I will admit. I was being really lazy. I was like, what do I do now? And then I finally ended up going to work and getting Dempsey. I actually left a little late because I couldn't find my key, even though it was in my purse. They couldn't see it. So I went to go pick up Dempsey, and went to Barnes & Noble and stuff, and she was like she was so happy to see me, and she ate her lunch today, so that's awesome. She ate all her lasagna and her applesauce and her salad and that kind of stuff. And but yeah, she kept going over and like hugging me and hugging my legs, and she goes, okay Astrid, I'm ready to go, like we can go. I'm like, yeah, I'm just talking to Mr. Riley. She's like, okay. She goes, we can go though. And sorry, got cut off again. I guess I talked too much. So yeah, it's like a toddler thing I guess to do, to give you a big middle finger by being non-cooperative with people. But she was really good today, so, and we had fun, and then we got home and I gave her chicken nuggets and strawberries, and she was like totally like playing with me and like hugging me and running towards me, even though she like totally ran into me right here. I was like, my boobs. And then she's like a little obsessed with boobs now. Like she said, like she'll like try to, cause she likes looking at people's bellies. It's really weird, but yeah. Cutest kid though. And then finally like we got ready for bed, and I was like, okay and stuff, I'll lay down with you for like 5 minutes while you fall asleep, and then mommy will come later. and give you kisses. And then so when my boss came home, she went in and like she was still awake. She goes, "Hi, mommy," but she has like just like the cutest little smile and giggle and stuff when she's happy. She's really happy when she's like when she wakes up though. It's like I've been there when she wakes up. It's like the cutest thing. It's like this kid is just like the happiest kid in the first like 10 minutes or so that she's awake. After that she's like, okay, I'm awake, like I'm over this, like I need my milk, I need food, like I'm not gonna be nice anymore. But like the first time she's always like so that's how she was actually when her mom came home, and she was yeah, I ate my food, and and she was, and I need nose kisses, and I need hugs and cuddles, and okay, bye mommy, I'll see you tomorrow. And it's just like the cutest thing. And my boss told me how actually the week of my birthday, um would actually be my birthday, I'll be basically sleep staying over for a few days because both her and her husband are going out of town for business reasons. So I'm guessing it's for business reasons because I don't think she'd go out to New York in the middle of October for no reason. But unless like they plan something with his sister or anything like that. But anyway, she's going out to New York and then he's going to Vegas for a business thing. And so she's like, well, kind of need someone to stay with Dempsey. I was like, don't worry. I'm like, I got this. And and even though yes, I go to school in the morning on Tuesday, which is when I'd be taking her to school. Well, one of the days because I'd also be taking her on Wednesday. It's fine because like she wakes up pretty early, so she'll wake me up pretty early, and then I can just get ready, go drop her off, and like skedaddle to school. So I'm gonna try to drop her off as early as possible so that I can just take the freeway, which should be so much faster. If I drop her off at like 8:15, I should be at school actually by 9, which is when I usually get there anyway. So yeah, talking about which, I should probably be going to bed soon. So yeah, and then I came home and I did my interview stuff online, and I kept trying to figure out the Sony Vegas stuff. So I'm still looking at videos that other people make and blogs that people post on stuff like that, but so far nothing's worked that great. So I'll keep figuring it out though. But yeah, anyways, tomorrow should be kind of like a normal day. I'll try to vlog early, I'll try to upload all this stuff and whatnot onto the computer. And you think asteroid. And but yeah, so tomorrow should be pretty simple day, and then Wednesday I have it off. Don't know what I'm doing yet. Kind of want to do the social media week, but I want to see which events are free, so that'd be kind of exciting to do. Actually, hopefully I can get in a YouTube thing or something like that. But anything really is awesome, just because social media is such a big part of life now. Like not even just media, but like businesses use social media in different ways. Schools even use social media. There's just social media is used by like practically almost every sector in the economy, or in I guess every not sector in our lives, kind of thing. Like whether you're working in TV or you're working for news station or you're working, maybe not UPS, but you never know. Or you're working for a business that sells paper products. It's a big thing. So anyways, I'm gonna shut my mouth now and go to sleep. Because I do have to get up early and I want to get there on time and early. So yeah, and I kind of have an idea what I have to wear, but I have to wake up early to shave my legs anyway, so TMI, but yeah. I'm planning to wear a dress tomorrow. Taking advantage of the last few weeks of hot weather, so yeah. Anyways, good night. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will keep you guys posted and hopefully current soon. Anyways, good night.